Hello friends, welcome back to the Python programming session. In today's session, let's look into a new concept of list called the list comprehension. What is list comprehension? It is an easy and compact way of creating a list from any iterable. The iterable can be a list, a tuple, a string, or a range. As it can be written in a few lines of code, it makes the code look elegant. So list comprehension basically is a way of creating a list which looks elegant as it can be written in fewer lines of code. So now let's look into it in detail. Creating a list by normal way. This is how I am having a squares which is an empty list. Then for I in range 1 to 6, I am saying squares dot append I into I print squares. So for each iteration, it will perform I into I and it will append the item into the square. Since it ranges from 1 to 5, that is n minus 1, we get the output 1, 4, 9, 16 and 25. We have taken around 4 lines to execute this program in the normal way. Let's see how it can be accomplished by list comprehension. So in the list comprehension, we have the new list and equal to expression for item in iterable. So my new list in this case is the squares. Expression is I into I. The same expression which we calculated here, we'll do it over here for I in range 1 to 6. And when we say print squares, we get the same output. So friends, now let's look into it practically. In the normal method, we say we create an empty list and then I say for I in range 1 comma 6 and then colon squares dot append I into I. Now without indentation after the for loop, I'll say print squares, which is a sequential statement. Now when I run the code, I get my output 1, 4, 9, 16 and 25. The same thing let's accomplish with the help of list comprehension. For this, let me define my new list called squares equal to I into I for I in range 1 comma 6. So now when I run the code, I have to say print squares. So now when I run the code, I get the same output. But the difference is we're using 4 to 5 lines of code over here. The same functionality we can achieve with the list comprehension in a single line. So this is the difference. This makes the code elegant. So list comprehension can be used in cases where we have an expression, single expression, and it has to be evaluated. It looks elegant. It's an easy and compact way of creating a new list. This was the first method. Now let's move on to the second method. For the second method, the syntax is expression for item in iterable. This was there for the first expression, but if condition also it checks in the second method. So my squares list is having the expression I into I for I in range 1 to 6 if I modulo 2 equal to 0. So for each value of I, it will check if it is divisible by 2. Then it will perform I into I. Otherwise, it will skip performing. since only 2 and 4, that is in the range 1 to 6, only 2 and 4 are divisible by 2. So it will perform 2 into 2 is 4 and then 4 into 4 as 16. It won't perform this, it won't evaluate the expression for 1, 3 and 5. So now let's check out in the Python Jupyter. Squares equal to I into I for I in range 1, 6 if I modulo 2 equal to 0. Now if I say print my square list, print is squares, I get the output 4 and 16 because only it satisfies for 2 and 4. 2 to the power of 2 is 4, 4 to the power of 2 is 16. So in this way we can eliminate the items in the list if based on some condition, if condition. Initially we didn't have the if condition, so it executed for all the items in the range. Here we are specifying an if condition. Only if the if condition gets satisfied, then it will evaluate the expression. So here we have got the full list of all the items in the range. Here our items have been reduced because the if condition has not been satisfied. This is the second method, that is with the if condition. My third method will be with the if else condition. So let's move on to the third method, expression if condition else for item in iterable. Here I am having a value which is having 10, 2.5, 3.5, minus 15, minus 2, minus 6 and 10. My new list is I if I greater than 0, else 0 for I in value. So it will print the value I if I is greater than 0. If I is less than 0, it will print 0 for each and every value in the item in the value list. So initially I will be 10. Is 10 greater than 0? Yes. So it will print 10. Next I iterates to 2.5. Is 2.5 greater than 0? Yes. It will write 2.5. Next iterate to 3.5. Is 3.5 greater than 0? Yes. It will write 3.5. Then it comes to minus 15. Is minus 15 greater than 0? No. So it will go to the else part, and here we have specified 0. So 0 gets printed. For minus 2 also 0 gets printed. For minus 6, since it is less than 0, 0 gets printed. Since 10 is greater than 0, 10 value gets printed. So here we are basically checking for an if condition, else condition for every item in the iterable. So now let's look into it practically. Values is equal to, my value list will be, I shall have 20, 30, minus 30, minus 39, minus 78, minus 90, 18. So this is my values list. And now my new list equal to I for I greater than 0. It will be the value I if the value is greater than 0. Else 0 for I in value. For each and every value in the values list, I will be I if it is greater than 0, and it will be 0 if it is less than 0. So now if I say print new list, so we got the output 10, 20, 30 and then 0 because it is less than 0, and then minus 78 is also less than 0, so it is 0, minus 90 is also less than 0, so it is 0, and then 18. So if I greater than 0, else 0 for I in the values list. So this is the output. So friends, we saw all the three methods. The first method was just expression for item in iterable. Second expression was expression for item in iterable if condition. Third was expression if condition else condition for item in iterable. Hope so friends, it is clear for you. If you have any doubts, please do reach to me out in the comment section. If you like my video, click on the like button and please do subscribe to get notifications of my new videos. Till then, see you. Bye bye.